have Betty Ray in the studio this morning. Good morning, Betty. How are you?
Good morning, Eben. Lovely to be here.
Yes, and we're here to talk about Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes, are we?
That's right, yes.
Excellent. Now, there will be new people out there who don't know what that is.
Yes, well, we've got about 350,000 people on the coast, and we'd like them all to know about Operation Christmas Child. It's one of Samaritan's Purse outreach programs.
Yep.
They do many humanitarian projects.
Yes, they do.
But this is their special time whenever churches, schools, community groups and individuals fill a shoebox with simple gifts. And we send them to Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Samoa, Thailand, Vietnam, and this year we're sending to the Philippines.
And not to the rich kids.
Oh, no.
Of course not.
They go to the children in remote villages, and majority of children only ever get one of these shoeboxes in their entire school life. So, and it might be the only gift they've ever had and the only gift they're going to ever get. So they're simple gifts, something to love, something to play with, something for hygiene, and something to wear, and something special. It can be a little mouth organ for a boy, or a wallet, girl, maybe some nice her things. And we like to put a library bag or a bag of some kind in there so that children can have somewhere to put their treasures when the box has fallen apart. So it's very simple, easy to manage. It doesn't cost a lot, probably $25, $30 would cover the whole thing. And it's just a really pleasant time for mums and grandmas, especially in school holidays now. Take the grandchildren shopping and buy these little gifts and put them in a box.
Amen. Let's talk about a few points here. Now, when we say shoebox, it actually is a shoebox.
Yeah, you can go to the local shoe shop and get a box. We like to keep it to no bigger than an A4 page. And we have the pre-printed nice red and green ones.
Yeah, which you can pick up at any centers, or like we're a drop-off center here.
That's right.
So you can walk in and pick up a pre-made shoebox, which is actually decorated in the way you guys have it.
Yeah, in the colors.
You can't miss it.
That's right.
And I like that because it's for Christmas, and when they unwrap it, or if you don't want to wrap it, it still looks Christmassy. It's decorated. It's just not a plain white box. It does look like, okay, what's in that? Looks inviting. So I like that aspect of the whole process.
And lots of people do use a regular shoebox. They cover it with maybe some contact paper or Christmas paper, and put a few stickers on it, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So you don't actually have to come into a drop-in center. You can use a box you already have.
Use a box you already have.
Okay. Let's talk about contents, because there's a lot out there to choose from, but then again, size does play.
Well. I think you've just got to imagine the shoebox, and we put a washer and a bar of soap, no liquid soaps, no liquids at all in the box. We put a toothbrush in. We don't put toothpaste because it can spoil the box and it can contravene some customs requirements in the countries they're going into. We put a couple of exercise books, pencil case with all the bits and pieces in it, and maybe a tennis ball, which is easy for any child to play with. And
or a handball.
Yeah. Something that's not too big.
Yeah.
And we put something to wear, little T-shirts, or shorts.
I just picked up on what you said there. Let me back up. Okay, when I said handball, not the big handball, the little tiny handball there that people.
Be an American, I was thinking that.
No. I have Australian children, and they handball. Seriously, I must have about 20 of them around the house.
Right.
So and 18 of them I've confiscated.
Truly.
In front of the door, not outside, inside the house. Playing handball on the door. I'm like, could you not do that? So I got 18 on top of the fridge. I'm bringing them in, actually.
Very good. No, we can't have second hand. I'm sorry. No, we do put everything in the boxes new, okay? Because a gift is always new.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't
true.
I mean, we don't give our friends second-hand things.
I'll toss them up on eBay. $1 for the lot.
So very important.
Yes.
It's all new items in the box. Again, it's a gift, but as well as that, we have to comply with our customs regulations in different countries, and we do not send second-hand goods of any kind.
So what can't you put in the box? Let's talk about that.
Well, we don't put any
liquids. Okay.
We don't put any makeups or anything in because for the older girls we prefer not to. We don't put anything that will break, like a mirror or a china doll, that kind of thing, because that will break and the children will get cut. We don't put war-related items in, and in our stores, toys, there's a lot of war-related with camouflage colours. We avoid war-related items, and we avoid anything magic, like the Harry Potter and those kind of magical things we don't put in. Every box has a soft toy. It doesn't matter whether it's a 14-year-old boy or whatever. They all get a soft toy. And we try and lots of people knit things. So craft groups out there, if you haven't already knitted some things for Operation Christmas Child, it's a great time to knit some of those little dolls and a little bit of wadding inside, and they're beautiful.
Excellent. Now, for people who might be thinking, okay, well, you know, there are a lot of people out there who think, okay, well, nothing wrong with Harry Potter. It's escapism for me, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine, but you got to realize that some of these shoe boxes are actually going to places where voodoo and magic is very, very yes. So you don't want anything that would further help a child be introduced to that or be desensitized to that. Same thing with weaponry.
That's right. A lot of them, Cambodia and Vietnam, they've come through lots of wars, terrible wars. So, we avoid that kind of guns and things, and even a water pistol, which we think is pretty, simple and it's a gun. It's a gun.
I say that because I know a large portion of our audience is non-Christian, and they wouldn't understand or they might not necessarily agree with the Christian aspect or the spiritual aspect of it, but be sensitive of where it's going. Yes. So that's why I wanted to unwrap that a little bit. So okay. So sorry. Continue with things that you can't put in the box.
We don't put Play-Doh. No Play-Doh, and we don't put bubbles in. And these are all things that all our children love to play with, simple things. But the Play-Doh will melt, and the bubbles, they'll leak, and the whole box will get spoiled. And we don't put... anyway, there's a few other things. I just haven't got them right on the tip of my tongue right now.
Is there a website where people can go and actually have a look? Okay.
OperationChristmasChild.org.au, and that gives a wonderful list of what you can and cannot put in.
Excellent. Okay. Well, let's get to a song, and let's come back, and let's talk about what we can and what's popular, if we could. So
very good,
I'm picking your brain there, and she's looking at me like, hang on, wait a minute, I didn't come here for that. We'll be back.
No, this is good. This is excellent.
We'll come back with Betty Ray, and we're going to talk about more on the Operation Christmas Child boxes, which is starting when, actually? When can they start dropping things off?
Well, from the 15th of October, we're at the All Saints Anglican Church at the entrance. And they've very kindly given us their vacant rectory to work from. So we're there from the 15th of October until the 23rd of October, and that's going to be our main drop-off point. And of course, Rhema is a drop-off point, and a few other churches.
Excellent.
But we have another big event coming up, and we'll talk about that later. That's the Shoebox Bonanza coming up.
Yes. And my guest this morning is Betty Ray from Operation Christmas Child. And before we went to the song, we were talking about things that you shouldn't put in the box. So there's one or two extra things that were there that you want to toss in, just so people get an idea. So what were they?
Well, as I mentioned before, nothing that... liquids of any kind, nothing damaged, no lollies of any kind, because again they will melt, and nothing breakable, and nothing scary like Halloween items, that kind of thing, pirate-related items or war-related items, no knives or military figures, and we don't want the skull and crossbones. That was the one I was thinking of. And there's so many of our little
pirate things and stuff like that.
There's so much of that around, and it's on everything. Even little girls' panties have it all. And we don't put anything of a religious nature. We are a Christian organisation, and that seems strange to a lot of people. But what happens when the boxes get to the country, the receiving country or the receiving province, within Cambodia, Vietnam, or wherever it is, Samaritan's Purse have special permission, and when they get special permission, they can give the children a little Christian booklet with their box, which is handed in their language. And through that little booklet, they are then invited, with parental consent, to attend a Bible study lesson. It's a 12-lesson program called The Greatest Journey. And it's just wonderful news that's coming through that little booklet that the children get on the greatest journey. And in Southeast Asia and the Pacific, which is our area, we had almost 48,000 children who enrolled in the greatest journey last year.
That's a nice number.
Isn't that fantastic?
Isn't it?
47,914 to be exact.
From a gift.
So, from a little gift, a
Amen.
shoebox gift. So, and then
Amen.
from that, not all children follow through with the 12 weeks, but there's a good, almost 50% of the children will follow through for the 12 weeks and accept the Lord as their Savior and follow on from there.
Now, see, what a simple gift.
I know.
Yeah.
It opens wonderful doors.
Amen.
And it also opens doors for Samaritan's Purse to go in and put water filters in and build clinics in Cambodia. I think they've built something like 20 schools in the last, and that's all started from the shoebox gift.
So it's just not a gift to the child, it's also a gift to the community.
Yeah, very much an exceptional gift to the community.
So now the big thing. What are some of the more popular items that go inside the box?
Oh, well.
What's a hit? Please don't say the handball.
Well, for little girls, they all get a pretty little T-shirt, you know,
nice.
and lots of hair things. I think that's.
Oh yes,
and they're easy to put in. Ribbons and lots of bows.
There's a bow something out there.
They're in fashion again. They were when I was a little girl, and now they're back again. Just beautiful bows, just pretty things, little trinkets, little bracelets, necklaces, that kind of thing. For the boys, a mouth organ, a flute, you know, some lovely little flute. Anything that makes musical instrument makes something that. And we do. Our ages are 2 to 4, 5 to 9, and 10 to 14.
Any weight restrictions in the boxes?
No.
No. Great.
No.
Great. No. You didn't say Lego. I thought Lego might have been a huge.
Well, Lego is, but it's probably more expensive item.
Yeah, but, you know, if someone wants actually, you know, because I know my children actually, they love
Lego.
Yes. And you can get the little small boxes where you can put things together. Yeah. And I think they're only what, about $12, $15 for that. And
well, but I think you've got to look at it even at, when you're filling a shoebox, you're putting about 5 or 6 items in. And if you go to $12 for one gift, then some families might have to cut back on other gifts. So we probably, I haven't said Lego because it is expensive, and
it's what I would buy.
Well, that's wonderful.
It's what I would buy.
Please do a box, please.
It's what I would buy. I did $12 thing in Lego, popped it in there, and yes, I would throw the handball in there.
Yeah.
And a bow. Yeah, I think that's. I wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
It doesn't have to be. Look, Lego's wonderful, and if you can afford to do that, that's fantastic. Yeah. But we don't. And you know, we don't push that. Yeah. If most people will spend $40 to $50 maybe filling a box, and that's quite a bit of money. And then we like each person to pay $10 either online or put $10 in an envelope in the box, and that gets the box from your hands to the child.
Excellent.
Now it's and that covers all our project costs, shipping, etc.
The cheapest posters you're going to find from here to Dreamland.
Yeah, from here to Cambodia.
Yeah. So I know some people think, well, hang on, we just bought the gift. Why are we got to put extra $10? Yeah. Seriously, if you were to post it yourself.
Well, you wouldn't even send this box to Sydney for $10.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
So, and pray over your box. That's very important. Yeah. Prayer is a big part of our ministry, and every box needs to be prayed over, and it's wonderful the stories we get where a child opens a box and finds exactly what they need, like a pair of
Leading the way, we talk to Michael.
I am sorry that slipped right in there. I thought I had it covered. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's amazing how the Lord provides. Children will open their box and get that football, maybe, or
deflated. Okay, folks.
Deflated. Yeah.
I'll blow it up for them so they don't have to do it. No.
Yeah. So children get exactly what they want, and it's just beautiful.
So each box needs to be gender specific.
Yes,
that's important. So you know you don't want to send a box that's got a mixture of everything. Here's a pretty little bow and here's a football. Hang on. So remember that.
We've got this wonderful event coming up next, the 5th and 6th of October, next Friday, Saturday, up at Wyong Baptist Church, and it's a shoebox. We're calling it a shoebox packing day bonanza. And come along, and we've got all the gifts there, and you just have the experience of filling that box yourself, and maybe you can then get on board and do it with your church or your school or your community group or your family. And so come along next Saturday, Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., where all our volunteers are going to be there. And we have all the gifts there. You can bring some stuff. We'd love to have it.
Yep.
But you can come and just experience what it's like to fill a box.
Yep.
And what goes into a box.
Excellent.
So it's a wonderful opportunity for the community to be involved. And anyone out there who knows, has heard about it, but doesn't exactly understand it, the whole operation, this is an opportunity for people to come along.
Beautiful. Now, this segment will be on our podcast in about a half hour. So if you've missed anything, you can hop on there and have a look at it there. Go to rhema.cc /podcast. Takes you right there. But if not, where can they go? Is there a website they can go to actually let us have it?
That's right. Okay. OperationChristmasChild.org.au.
Simple.
And on that site, you can donate your $10. You can find out the list of gift selection or what not to put in.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells you where all the drop-off points are here on the Central Coast and everywhere else throughout Australia.
Beautiful.
And our processing has already started down at our Kings Park Processing Centre. They've got about 8,000 or 9,000 boxes in there already, and that'll run through until the beginning of December in Sydney. And here on the coast, I'm Betty Ray. My mobile number is 0450 143 200.
If you can't remember that, just hit the podcast or contact us here. We'll put you in contact.
Tremendous.
Excellent.
Yay.
Now, if someone does last thing, sorry, you're thinking, okay, shouldn't we be moving on to the program? I should, but one thing, if someone doesn't have time to actually go out, get the box or find a box or do the shopping and fill it up, because some people do have very busy lives.
That's right.
Can they donate towards a box being fulfilled online?
Very much so. If they go online, they can donate, $20 will cover the shipping or project cost for 2 boxes. $50 will cover 5 boxes, and that's fantastic.
Excellent. My guest today, Betty Ray from Operation Christmas Child.